Beshalach, when he let go. Exodus chapter 13:17. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that Elohim led them not through the way of the land of the Pelishtim, although that was near. For Elohim said, lest perchance the people repent when they see war, and they return to Mitzrayim. But Elohim led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Yasharel went up harnessed out of the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn 7 oaths the children of Yasharel, saying, Elohim will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took their journey from Sukkot and encamped in Etham, in the edge of the wilderness. And Yahuah went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night, from before the people. Chapter 14. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, that they turn and encamp before Pi-ha-Hiroth, between Migdal and the sea, over against Baal-Siphon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Yasharel, They are entangled in the land, the wilderness has shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Mitzrayim may know that I am Yahuah. And they did so. And it was told the king of Mitzrayim that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, Why have we done this, that we have let Yasharel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Mitzrayim, and captains over every one of them. And Yahuah hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Mitzrayim, and he pursued after the children of Yasharel. And the children of Yasharel went out with a high hand. But the Mitzrayim pursued after them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen, and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea, beside Pi-ha-Hiroth, before Baal-Siphon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Yasharel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Mitzrayim marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Yasharel cried out unto Yahuah. And they said unto Moshe, Because there were no graves in Mitzrayim, have you taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore have you dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Mitzrayim? Is not this the word that we did tell you in Mitzrayim, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Mitzrayim? For it had been better for us to serve the Mitzrayim than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moshe said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, and see the Yeshua of Yahuah, which he will show to you today. For the Mitzrayim who ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Yahuah shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Wherefore cry you unto me? Speak unto the children of Yasharel, that they go forward. But lift up your rod, and stretch out your hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Yasharel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Mitzrayim, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Mitzrayim shall know that I am Yahuah, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of Elohim, which went before the camp of Yasharel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face, and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Mitzrayim and the camp of Yasharel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. And Moshe stretched out his hand over the sea, and Yahuah caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Yasharel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Mitzrayim pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch Yahuah looked unto the host of the Mitzrayim through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled at the host of the Mitzrayim, and took off at their chariot wheels, that they drove them heavily, so that the Mitzrayim said, Let us flee from the face of Yasharel, for Yahuah fights for them against the Mitzrayim. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Stretch out your hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Mitzrayim, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moshe stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Mitzrayim fled against it. And Yahuah overthrew the Mitzrayim in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Yasharel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus Yahuah saved Yasharel that day out of the hand of the Mitzrayim, and Yasharel saw the Mitzrayim dead upon the seashore. And Yasharel saw that great work which Yahuah did upon the Mitzrayim, and the people feared Yahuah and believed Yahuah and his servant Moshe. Chapter 15. Then sang Moshe and the children of Yasharel this song unto Yahuah, and spoke, saying, I will sing unto Yahuah, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider he has thrown into the sea. Yah is my strength and song, and he is become my Yeshua. He is my El, and I will prepare him a habitation, my father's Elahai, and I will exalt him. Yahuah is a man of war. Yahuah is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host he has cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Your right hand, O Yahuah, is become glorious in power. Your right hand, O Yahuah, has dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of your excellency, you have overthrown them that rose up against you. You sent forth your wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of your nostrils, the waters were gathered together. The flood stood upright as a heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. You blew with your ruach, The sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto you, O Yahuah, among the Elohim? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? You stretched out your right hand, the earth swallowed them. You in your mercy have led forth the people which you have redeemed. You have guided them in your strength unto your holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Peleshith. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of your arm, they shall be as still as a stone, till your people pass over. O Yahuah, till the people pass over, which you have purchased. You shall bring them in and plant them in the mountain of your inheritance, in the place, O Yahuah, which you have made for you to dwell in the sanctuary, O Adonai, which your hands have established. Yahuah shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and Yahuah brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Yasharel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aharon, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to Yahuah, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider he has thrown into the sea. So Moshe brought Yasharel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness, and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah. And the people murmured against Moshe, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried unto El Yahuah, and Yahuah showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them, and said, If you will diligently hearken to the voice of Yahuah Elohim, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and guard all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon you, which I have brought upon the Mitzrayim, for I am Yahuah Rophika. And they came to Alim, where were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. Chapter 16. And they took their journey from Alim, and all the assembly of the children of Yasharel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Alim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the 2nd month after their departing out of the land of Mitzrayim. And the whole assembly of the children of Yasharel murmured against Moshe and Aharon in the wilderness. And the children of Yasharel said unto them, Would to Elohim we had died by the hand of Yahuah in the land of Mitzrayim, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said Yahuah unto Moshe, Behold, I will rain bread from the heavens for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my Torah or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare at that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moshe and Aharon said unto all the children of Yasharel, At evening, then ye shall know that Yahuah has brought you out from the land of Mitzrayim. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of Yahuah. for that he hears your murmurings against Yahuah. And what are we, that we murmur against us? And Moshe said, This shall be, when Yahuah shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that Yahuah hears your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Yahuah. And Moshe spoke unto El-Ahron, Say unto all the assembly of the children of Yasharel, Come near before Yahuah, for he has heard at your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Ahron spoke unto the whole assembly of the children of Yasharel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yahuah appeared in the cloud. And Yahuah spoke unto Moshe, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Yasharel. Speak unto them, saying, At even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahuah Elohim. And it shall come to pass that at evening the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Yasharel saw it, they said one to another, It is manna, for they knew not what it was. And Moshe said unto them, This is the bread which Yahuah has given you to eat. This is the thing which Yahuah has commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating, an omer for every man, according to the number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Yasharel did so, and gathered, some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. And Moshe said, Let no man leave of it till the morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moshe, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moshe was wroth with them. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the assembly came and told Moshe. And he said unto them, This is that which Yahuah has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahuah. Et bake that which ye will bake today, and et seethe that ye will seethe, and et that which remains over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning, and Moshe bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moshe said, Eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto Yahuah. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, How long refuse ye to guard my commandments and my Torah? See, for that Yahuah has given you the Sabbath. Therefore he gives you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. So the people rested on the 7th day. And the house of Yasharel called the name thereof manna. And it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. And Moshe said, This is the thing which Yahuah commands. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe said unto Aaron, Take a pot, and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before Yahuah, to be kept for your generations. As Yahuah commanded Moshe, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony, to be kept. And the children of Yasharel did eat manna 40 years, until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of an ephah. Chapter 17. And all the assembly of the children of Yasharel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin, after their journeys according to the commandment of Yahuah, and pitched in Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moshe, and said, Give us water, that we may drink. And Moshe said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt Yahuah? And the people thirsted there for water. And the people murmured against Moshe, and said, Wherefore is this, that you have brought us up out of Mitzrayim, to kill us, and our children, and our cattle with thirst? And Moshe cried unto Yahuah, saying, What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Go on before the people, and take with you the elders of Yasharel, and your rod, wherewith you smote the river. Take in your hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before you there upon the rock in Horeb, and you shall smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moshe did so in the sight of the elders of Yasharel. And he called the name of the place Massah and Merivah, because of the chiding of the children of Yasharel, and because they tempted Yahuah, saying, Is Yahuah among us or not? Then came Amalek and fought with Yasharel in Rephidim. And Moshe said unto yahusha, Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Elohim in my hand. So Yahusha did as Moshe had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moshe, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moshe held up his hand, that Yasharel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moshe's hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side, and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Yahusha discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahuah said unto Moshe, Write this for a memorial in a Cepher, and rehearse it in the ears of Yahusha. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under the heavens. And Moshe built an altar, and called the name of it Yahuah Nasi. For he said, Because Yah has sworn that Yahuah will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.